Blaming.
I'm fundraising with HCI Canada again for Gaza and orphans. It will mean so much to me if you could donate any amount. They are in urgent need of food, water, medical aid and more. May Allah reward you immensely. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. Wait. I always forget about this mic. So today's topic will be about what's happening in the UK right now. If you've seen the news, you've seen that there are UK riots going on. A lot of Islamophobia, racism, all the things are happening over there in UK, like crazy things. Like I've seen some crazy things happen, and Muslims have been targeted a lot. It started with a misinformation happened, like there was a stabbing in Southport, and it was a 17-year-old boy, and basically they said that this was a Muslim who did that, but then they found out that it was not a Muslim. They still like continued with all of this hate and all these things happening. So today I will react to this video called What's Happening in the UK. This is a video from Merciful Servant channel. So without further ado, let's start. Bismillah.
After the recent incident that took place in Southport, which was committed by a Christian teenager, the far right, who happened to follow the same faith as the perpetrator, took to the streets and began to attack mosques and Muslims on the street. But even after these delinquent drunken fools realized it wasn't a Muslim, they continued organizing their anti-Islamic marches across the country. Blaming Muslims and immigrants for the attack, even though the attacker was neither Muslim or an immigrant. Are these people right in the head?
They want to conflate immigration with the issues of children, which is not the same thing. It was actually a boy from Cardiff, a 17-year-old boy who was born in Cardiff. It was nothing to do with being a Muslim. It had nothing to do with immigration. And that's a conflation. And that's what these people are doing. They're conflating those issues.
These so-called protesters went on to spread violence and mischief wherever they went, injuring countless police officers while looting and stealing from businesses in the process.
Crazy.
Their deep-rooted hatred towards Islam and immigrants is apparent from the things they were chanting as they marched down the streets. These brainless individuals were chanting, "God is a pedo," while idolizing their savior, Tommy Robinson. Let's take a deeper look at why they have such deep-rooted hatred towards migrants and Islam.
They took our jobs! Yeah, they're down!
But I do not like this at all.
Why is that?
Well, because they come in our country.
Are they to blame?
Huh?
Are they to blame for it, or?
Yeah, of course they are. They're taking all our tax. All what we pay. All those British people. That's why we're all skin.
The claim is that immigrants and Muslims are taking all the jobs. They say this while they themselves are too lazy to work. Most of them claim universal credits, relying on the government to feed them every month. Looking at recent statistics, we can see today that the Asian minorities in Britain outperform the white British children in most schools, achieving much higher grades and often moving forward into higher levels of education. But why did the parents of these children even come to Britain?
They've come to seek work in Britain and are ready and willing to do any kind of job that will help the motherland along the road to prosperity.
Well, after the Second World War, Britain was in dire need of manpower to help rebuild and stabilize the country. So they went to places like India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh to get workers, to do the jobs the Brits couldn't. This was after Britain had already taken much of the wealth from these lands. For example, Britain stole a total of $45 trillion from India during the period 1765 to 1938. So even after these people had their wealth and resources depleted by the Brits, they came regardless to help rebuild the very country that stole from their lands. While doing this, they were also subject to racial abuse and violence.
So, like, religious beliefs, if you don't mind me asking?
I am a proud Muslim.
Yeah. I mean, I saw in the news, I think it was in Sunderland the other night, people burning police stations, there's people trying to attack mosques. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's, you know, it's appalling in terms of, you know, the British people. The British people, I've grown up with British people my whole life, and that's not what they stand for. Yeah, it's indoctrination at its finest. They're turning around and they're pointing the fingers at us Muslims and those coloured people. And I feel that that's completely out of order and it shouldn't be happening at all.
It's almost like Muslims are being targeted at the moment in this country.
I'm not sure why, to be honest.
All over the world, not
it's not just here. It's like it's happening globally.
Well, why do you think that is?
It's because we are increasing in numbers, so they feel like that we are a threat to them. Because when we increase by numbers, it shows that there is something that's going right with us and there is something that's wrong with them. Because when they're being the minority instead of us, this just shows that there is something wrong with their mindset.
Right.
So they're not about unity, they're not about strength, they are about division and hatred. That's actually what they stand for.
This video is a message to remind them that their country would be in poverty and ruins if it wasn't for all the wealth and manpower that came from the very countries they are against. We urge Muslims living in the UK to remain cautious, but do not be fearful because these people want you to live in fear. And our fear is only reserved for the one who created us. This situation should push the Muslim community towards unity and strength. When the Muslims are united to defend and protect our communities, these far-right individuals will not dare to enter with their hate. We do not condone any violence against anyone as our religion teaches peace and tolerance, but if you are attacked, you have every right to defend yourselves against these thugs.
Very well said. Just looking at what's happening is so shocking, terrible. This is not gonna fix anything and not gonna help anything. It's just making everything worse. If you are living in UK, be careful, especially if you are Muslim. Stay safe, be careful, and yeah, I hope that the situation will become better. Sadly, most of the time Muslims are targeted. Muslims are increasing in numbers. There are people converting to Islam. I guess from their point of view, they are scared that Muslims will overtake UK or something. Like, I think what they don't understand is that we all just want to live peacefully. That's it. And I think that's what people don't really understand. And they want to always, you know, put blame on us and target us and all these things. And they call us all these names and insult our religion and everything, and then like they act like this, and then they want to like say that we are like that, but like we are not doing that. Like, have you ever seen a Muslim be like insulting a Christian, or like just in the streets, you know, like saying Jesus is this or Jesus that? No, I've never seen that happen. Like, I've never seen that. Yeah, it's mostly when I see like racism and Islamophobes, is mostly from white people. It's just really sad. So I just thought this is like an important topic to talk about, to show what's going on in the world. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.